Vince McMahon, but Undertaker is a huge actor for Bray Wyatt. There's a lot to like with what Bray Wyatt is doing. I just hope that they know where they're going with this. They're very curious to know what he's doing at WrestleMania and how he's going to fit into WrestleMania plans and with who. What type of version of Bray Wyatt are we going to get at the Royal Rumble? Are we going to get Fiend? Are we going to get Uncle Howdy? Are we going to get a brand new Bray Wyatt that we haven't seen before? We don't even know what a pitch black match is. All I know is that Mountain Dew has a pitch black soda that you couldn't pay me to drink. We don't know anything going into Raw. We are basically watching something unfold that we have no idea about. We are legitimately in the pitch black darkness ourselves as a fan base. Should be interesting. I hope they don't fuck it up. But this segment could have been a lot worse. And I'm gonna, I mentioned this once or twice before. I'm not afraid to admit this because I've enjoyed the Bray Wyatt gimmick. I've enjoyed the Bray Wyatt return for the most part. Is it getting a little stale? Is it getting a little samey? Yes. I need answers. We need answers at the Royal Rumble. We need some reveal. We need to know who Uncle Howdy is. We need to know who's Uncle Mask. We need some advancement at the Royal Rumble. This is a big show. We need something of substance.
C'est quoi cette affaire-là, Calice? Même pas des
I'm happy that he's back. I love his creativity. But I would be lying to you if I did not say that LA Knight hasn't seen that because Bray Wyatt has a show. That looks something of substance on Saturday night. I've enjoyed what Bray Wyatt's done. I'm happy that he's back. I love his creativity. But I would be lying to you if I did not say that LA Knight hasn't sold the fucking show. LA Knight is the star of this program. LA Knight has gotten himself over in this feud with Bray Wyatt. Some people are saying they would rather LA Knight win over Bray Wyatt. I don't see that happening because Bray Wyatt hasn't wrestled since he's gotten back to the WWE at Extreme Rules. Bray Wyatt's not losing his match on Saturday night. But LA Knight, come Saturday, with an inevitable loss, he's got a lot to be proud of that man. He stood his own against a daunting task of Bray Wyatt. And he's come out looking better for it. And that's all you could really ask. Honestly, LA Knight's going to be a superstar in WWE. So much so that he is already my early favorite to win Money in the Bank. He's going to do big things, man. I love LA Knight. He's going to be fucking great. Looking forward to that match on Saturday. I hope that they know what they're doing. I really hope so. They went backstage to the poker game. Alundra Blaze, DDP, Baron Corbin, Otis, and Chad Gable were playing poker. Alundra Blaze won the first hand. DDP won the next hand. Alundra Blaze had a full house. DDP had a straight flush. Baron Corbin later in the show had 4 aces. I mean, at least make it realistic. What are the odds? Seriously, I play poker. What are the odds of you getting a straight flush or a fucking 4 aces? I don't understand that. At least make it realistic. When was something that a normal fucking poker player could obtain in a poker game? Full houses, something that's easily attainable, right? A regular straight, offsuit, not a straight flush. I mean, they give you the most outlandish fucking anything. I got a straight flush. Yeah, Barry, I got 4 aces, 4 of a kind. Fucking kidding me. So I don't like these poker games. They're so fucking unrealistic. We move on to the ladies. Yes, they are cheating. They have to cheat. Make it realistic, man. Move on to the ladies. I was excited about these two Kit Kats. I was looking forward to this Kit Kats and on Monday Night Raw. Now, Becky Lynch, she makes her way down the aisle. And she makes her way down the aisle. The match never gets started. The match never gets started. So, Becky approached the cage door. I got you. And Dakota attacked Becky Lynch before she gets to the cage. Bailey then kicked the needle door into Becky's face. And they locked Becky inside the cage and locked the fucking door with a giant lock chain. So that
comes out, he starts yelling at them from the outside. He uses a metal bolt cutter to open up the door. Bailey, Sky, and Todd meet up, and they're so bad that they left her in the middle of the ring, and then climbed the cage and sat on top of the cage, proud of the work that they have done to Becky. And that's the way the segment came. We got no steel cage match. We got no Becky versus Bailey. Nothing. And this match was advertised.
Oh, yeah, he's right here. Oh, I got you.
For a setup for this week's show.
I got you.
Now, I don't like the WWE beats and sledges as fans.
You gotta get that motherfucker off that gun up there.
I was thinking, okay, maybe we get
There you go.
Damage Control
Off that motherfucker.
out of the picture and we get this match happening later in the show. They'll just do it later in the show. You know, figure that. This match was one and done and over with, and we never seen any of these women
That
ever
goddamn
again
gun.
for the rest of the show. And there's a reason for that. Michael Select is reporting that the entrances and the match were scheduled for 2 segments, but they had to cut things short because the opening segment
Keep off that gun up there.
running long. Several segments had to be trimmed, but the most effective thing
Watch out, Gary. He on that gun again. Oh, shit.
and Becky Lynch. Positive note, instead of doing a shorter match, they did an angle
Keep off that goddamn gun.
Bailey and Becky, because they can always go and waste the game match and Becky Lynch on Monday Night Raw. I know everybody's looking forward to it tonight because it really, you know, gave the show some hype and some shine coming into Monday night. But I'm going to be really honest with you guys, and some of you might not want to hear this, but Bailey and Damage Control, I've said this for weeks, I'm not the only podcast that's stated this.
He's gonna come out that side door down there.
I love Bailey. I think Bailey is fucking great. And I love EO. But the Damage Control faction itself has been a complete
And you better come out that side door.
nobody cares. There's no interest in anything that they do.
Oh,
And they are the women's tag team champions. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And I'm sorry to say, this match got cut. This match got cut for time. The steel cage match was cut from the show. You know,
Get off that gun.
kind of disappointed because I was looking forward to this.
Now, here they come there.
Going on as advertised, but at the end of the night, when we didn't get this match, it did not bother me one bit. I was not upset that we didn't get the match. I didn't really care that we didn't get that campaign. Wrestling on the Friday show. You want to know why? It's because most of what's going on here is absolutely
Couple of days on their ass.
there's zero in anything that's going on. This is a mid-card programming women's division that hasn't really gone anywhere, and the lack of interest is very noticeable. I don't care. I don't care. You're going to give the Bloodline more time. You're going to really give the Bloodline more time to do what they want, because it's the most important storyline in WWE in a very, very long time. So the fact that the Bloodline cut into Becky and Bailey, good. Good. I'd rather watch what's going on with Sammy and the Bloodline more so than Becky and Becky in
Oh, shit. Ah, fuck. Oh, they goddamn, they spawned behind you. Behind you, guys. Watch out behind you.
Sammy's in. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with
They
the
fucking
Bloodline.
spawned right there.
Give me a break with this shit. I'm sorry. We'll get it at some other time. They'll do whatever they gotta do in the Royal Rumble. They can take the next steps in the Royal Rumble. Well, I'm sure we'll see Bailey and Becky. Maybe there'll be 2 of the 4 in the final 4 for the ladies inside the Royal Rumble. We don't know. But I'm not gonna fucking be upset over the fact that the Bloodline cut into Becky Lynch and Bailey. Who gives a shit? The Bloodline makes the show better. Sami Zayn makes the show better. Becky and Bailey do not.
There you go.
And it's not because of what they're doing. It's because the division sucks, the writing sucks, and everything that WWE's done with the women since Triple H has been there hasn't really changed at all. The lack of focus in the women's
Thank
division
you.
is very noticeable. So I don't really care. Moving on.
They come from behind. They come from behind.
Show.
Shit.
Of all the old Monday Night Raw theme songs, I thought that was one of the best parts tonight. I love looking at the old footage. I love hearing the old throwback songs, the old throwback themes. Nothing compares to the old themes, man. Oh, I don't know where they're going into the future with these new theme songs. I love the look of the old Monday Night Raw logo, the early 90s shirts with Raw. I love it. I love the old school look. WWE had such a great presentation. I really wish they would mix some of the old school themes presented in the current product on Monday Night. Everything just feels so good. Everything feels so good. I was mentioning this to somebody else when I was watching the show. Via text, I'm like, man, I miss the old school Monday Night Raw. It was gritty, it was dark, it was grungy. Everything is so fucking overproduced and gritty and it's polished and shiny. I get it. They're an entertainment company, but when I watch pro wrestling, I like to see that grit. I like to see that grunginess, you know? That's what Monday Night Raw was. That raw. That and not so raw.
No, they done this.
So I love those freeze frames segments on the background music. D-Generation X. I know a lot of people are tired of DX and their old man shit, doing the fucking suck it and all this other nonsense. I get it. But I laughed at this for a good 5 minutes.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
I thought tonight's D-Generation X Legend segment was fucking hilarious. D-Generation X made their way through Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Road Dogg, X-Pac, and no, Daddy X. Daddy X is not there. Could not be on Monday Night Raw. Tonight he's an AEW employee. All of a sudden,
Here it comes.
I saw Kurt Angle there, but I didn't know why he was there.
He
And
walked
I don't know how any DX did not see
first.
Kurt Angle. He was walking behind DX, and in the shot, when DX was getting into the ring, he was kind of lingering about on the stairs of the ring. He was on the apron. He gets in the ring. Nobody knew that Kurt Angle was there.
Are you by himself?
Nobody didn't mention Kurt Angle. Nobody
He's
told
coming.
Kurt Angle was standing there.
He's by himself.
Fucking puppy.
He going on the other side right there. There you
Nobody
go.
recognized Kurt Angle in
He
this
got him now.
Road Dogg took
He's
the
by himself.
So, Road Dogg, he does his intro spiel. Tag team champions of the world, you know, the whole night. And he goes, Road Dogg, Jesse James, and then he points over to, and he was about to say badass Billy Gunn, and then he turns. He says badass and says, Kurt Angle? What are you doing out here?
Access unlocked.
Angle said, well, I always wanted to be a part of D-Generation X. He took off his t-shirt and revealed he had a DX shirt on. Michaels told Angle, well, if you want to be a part of DX, you're going to have to pass a test
Show the area.
if you want to be in. Triple H asked, are you ready? Angle asked, is that the test? Triple H says, never mind.
Hostile broadcast.
And then he asked the crowd, are you ready? And then all of a sudden, Triple H's shit, where he tells the crowd to suck it, was interrupted by Imperium. We got Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci walking out, and they were about to go to town on D-Generation X because, you know, the match is sacred to Imperium, and they're going to have a problem with DX antics. So, we get Imperium in the ring, and Gunther says that they're celebrating themselves for making a mockery of this great, great sport. He says they are there to kick them out of the ring unless any of them can do something about it. Triple H stepped up to Gunther and then backed down and said, nope, I'm retired, dude. I'm retired. Michaels then walks up and says, nope, I'm retired as well. See you later. Fans are chanting HBK, HBK. He says, nah, I'm too old. I'm too old for this. Sean Waltman, Xbox, says, well, you're going to leave it up to me. Listen, I have a bad case of shin splints, he says. Road Dogg then says, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I'm old. Triple H asks everyone to huddle up. Angle watched from a distance. He was in the ring just watching everything go down. He was like a lost soul out there. Triple H then says, you know what? Kurt Angle said he'd fight you. He tells Gunther. Now, that's a match I'd love to see. back in the day, man. Imagine Kurt Angle in his prime against Gunther now. Oh my goodness. Angle says he would not fight Gunther. Triple H said that, well, listen, we're in a bit of a pickle here. We're in a little bit of a jam. And he wishes that there was somebody else who'd like to fight them. Out comes Seth Rollins. Crowd is singing his song. He shows up. But Seth Rollins is only one guy. Sean Waltman says, well, there's only one Seth Rollins, and there's 3 Imperium. So he said it would be great if there was another team back there who could even things out. Out come the Street Profits. They came out. Road Dogg says, well, we need to make this official now that the Street Profits are out here. Triple H X is looking at everybody. Why is everybody looking at me?
Hostile broadcast.
Triple H is asking, why is everybody looking at me? He says, this booking stuff isn't easy, you know? At least we got Triple H having a little, joke about it out there, that he is leading creative. And he says, it's not like you can make decisions on the fly and everyone does what you want. If only someone could come out here and make sense of this situation. The crowd began to boo. The crowd began to boo when he says, I wish somebody would come out here and make sense of this situation. There was a little part of the crowd that thought Vince McMahon was going to come out and make sense of this situation. They were booing because they thought Vince was coming out. Vince did not come out. We got Teddy Long to come out there, player. He's out there dancing, and he dances onto the stage. Long then books the 6-man tag team match. We're going to have Gunther and Imperium versus Seth Rollins and the Street Profits in a 6-man tag team match, player. And we get the match. And we're off and running. Kurt Angle said, Triple H says, well, all right, the match is official. We could use a special guest referee. They all huddle up again. Angle says, guys, hey, I got an idea. Triple H is like, Kurt, we're talking here. Coming up with a plan for a referee. Guys, I got an idea. He says, what? Kurt Angle says, I could be the special guest referee. He takes off his DX shirt and reveals a red, white, and blue referee shirt. And the match was official. Angle is the special guest referee. I don't know why I laughed at all this. I mean, it's fucking old geezers out there, right? And Triple H with DX. We got Road Dogg, who's out of shape. We got X-Pac. We got Shawn Michaels. We got Triple H. We got DX. Everybody's in their fucking 40s and 50s, right? 50s. Never mind 40s. I don't know, how old is X-Pac? You got to be in his 50s, right? All out there, man. This entire segment was basically DX saying that they were old and telling you that they were old. And then we get them leading the charge to give way to the youth. This was a great use of DX. This could have went a lot worse. You guys remember the last anniversary show that they did for the Manhattan Center? When FTR, the Revival were on Monday Night Raw, and they had all of the Clique in the ring, Finn Balor and the Club were in the ring, and they all beat the shit out of Dax and Cash. Remember that? That could have been this. But Triple H respects his NXT guys a lot more than he did whatever was going on then, because Vince was in charge, and that was a Vince fault. And Vince didn't like FTR. This could have been a lot worse than what it was. So I'm glad this was very innocent in nature here on Monday night. This match went 13 minutes. Nothing really over the top here. Really nothing new. Crowd was kind of, I wouldn't say dead for this, but they didn't really pop for this at all. They popped for Seth Rollins' theme song, but really nothing else. I don't know what it was. Maybe they're not too familiar with Imperium. But Dawkins, he hit Ford, Dawkins at Ford hit dives on Gunther. And Gunther cut them off. And Rollins, before he could do the same and hit a powerbomb for a 2 count. Rollins came back with strikes and an angle slam. Rollins worked together with the Street Profits, gave Kaiser a big double team blockbuster. Rollins gave Gunther a pedigree, he rolled out of the ring. Dawkins gave Giovanni Vinci a spinebuster. Front smash by Montez Ford and Rollins to Kurt Tom for 1, 2, 3. And the babyface to go over Imperium. As long as Gunther wasn't hit, I'm okay with that. But Imperium seems to be the setup guys in Imperium. They're taking a lot of L's as of late. We'll see what happens. fucking incredible. Rollins and the Profits win during his match. Good DX segment. I enjoyed that thoroughly. And the babyface again. Ted DiBiase was backstage. Speaking of tag teams, I love Money Incorporated back. They got to a poker game backstage, still in progress. Corbin presented DiBiase with 4 aces, which is unrealistic. DiBiase slammed his cards down and left as Corbin and JBL picked up the pile of cash. So they thought they won the poker game. IRS Erwin R. Shyster showed up and told them not to forget to pay their taxes. He put all their winnings in his empty briefcase, and Baron Corbin says, "Do we get anything?" And IRS generously handed him one $100 bill. That was it. And then that was it. Ron Simmons did his bam, and that was the end of the voting. Kathy Kelly interviewed Bobby Lashley backstage about facing Austin Theory in the main event. She asked why it became a no DQ match. WWE announced this match as a no DQ match earlier in the night. He says that means there's no excuses and no way out for Theory. He said he'd still be the United States champion if not for Brock Lesnar. There's the Lesnar match. He said he dealt with Brock and now he's going to tear Theory apart and win his title back. MVP walked up and asked Kelly for a word with Lashley, please. Right? Can I talk to my guy? So he offered help and then said that they could celebrate later together. Lashley says, "I don't need your help to win back the title," and he wants to handle business in his own way. MVP says, "Okay, you go handle your business."
What's up?
So MVP still trying to get the Hurt Business back together. Mention of Brock Lesnar here by Bobby Lashley, which kind of gave you a foreshadowing of what was to come in this main event, with Brock Lesnar possibly looming in the shadows, continuing his feud with Bobby Lashley heading into this WrestleMania. Ric Flair, he walked out, music playing, stylish yellow suit with black paint kind of all over. It was a nice looking suit. He had a light blue, I believe, a greenish gold suit he was wearing. He looked good. Ric Flair looked good out there. He said, "Diamonds are forever, and so is Monday Night Raw." He let out a big woo! He said WWE has given him so much, but the greatest gift they've given him is to watch his daughter exceed all of his goals. He says he's so honored as a father and a wrestler and a man to introduce her. He calls her the greatest woman champion in WWE history. That's easy for you to say when the company books your daughter with the effort that they do. If they put that much effort into everybody else, then Charlotte wouldn't be the greatest women's champion in company history. It's easy when they got the whole fucking writing staff writing for one woman. Charlotte then walked out, and she's gonna cut a promo here. That's exactly what we need on this Monday night. I was just enjoying this fucking show. Charlotte's cutting this promo, and I can't believe a single word out of her mouth. She says it was on Raw where they began to revolutionize women's wrestling. Yes, they revolutionized women's wrestling. And then she fails to mention the women that revolutionized the women's division before Charlotte did. It's funny how that works. She says they revolutionized women's wrestling. And if you look at the women's wrestling, if you look at women's wrestling in WWE now and you look at the women's division, it's anything but revolutionary. It's one of the worst segments on weekly television when it comes to Raw and SmackDown. No effort. No effort at all. So, she listed opponents that she's been in the ring with. Ronda Rousey, Nikki and Brie Bella, Asuka, Rhea Ripley. Very interesting list about who she excluded on this list and who she included. She mentioned Asuka. Fine, Asuka. Asuka is a very integral part of the women's revolution. Rhea Ripley. What is Rhea Ripley, though? What does Rhea Ripley have anything to do with Charlotte Flair? Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair had one of the worst feuds of the modern era. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte had a decent match that Rhea Ripley should have won at WrestleMania. And she mentions Brie and Nikki Bella. I mean, you're talking about the Divas era. We're not talking about this current revolutionized women's division. They weren't a part of that. Then you got Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey, who started off with one of the best rookie years in WWE history, only to turn around and be an absolute bore fest, an absolute disgrace in this current run for WWE. She didn't revolutionize shit this year. She brought the entire division around her and the championship down all year. But I find it funny how Charlotte Flair failed to mention Bayley, Becky Lynch, and good old Sasha Banks. Now, I didn't think Mercedes was going to get mentioned on Monday Night Raw. I'm throwing it out there for all the plebeians who are looking at this podcast tonight and watching Monday Night Raw tonight and wondering, what is Charlotte Flair talking about? Couldn't have been done without Sasha. Couldn't have been done without Bayley. You are not allowed to use the word revolutionize in the same fucking sentence with these other women and then not include Bayley and Sasha Banks. I'm sorry. That's just the truth of the matter.
Safe area entered.
They are the ones who started it all at TakeOver in Brooklyn on that night. It's that match that gave way to everything you see now on television. Please tell me when I am telling lies. You can't. So Charlotte, and the fact that she was given this fucking bullet point to come out here and make, it makes her sound fucking stupid. At least mention Becky. It's only going to add fuel to the fire about them not liking each other because of whatever differences that they may have. Becky Lynch is not a part of the Revolution? I'm sorry. Becky Lynch stole your main event spot at WrestleMania 35 away. I'm sorry, Charlotte. Would you like a box of fucking Kleenex? You're lucky Becky Lynch got as hot as she did. Because if you were in the main event with Ronda, it would have been that much worse. You were only there as a third wheel. Get used to it. Nothing that Charlotte has done has revolutionized shit. 14 title reigns doesn't mean Charlotte's revolutionized a division. Nobody watching me can come up with a single solitary fucking moment that revolutionized the business from Charlotte Flair's perspective. Nothing. She's had great matches, but nothing that I'm going to go back and watch on the WWE Network is, oh my God, holy shit. Nothing. There's not one Charlotte Flair title reign that will live on as memorable. Gotta eat her alive. Again, please tell me when I'm not telling the truth. Bianca Belair came out, and I see what WWE's doing here. I don't even know why Charlotte needed even to be on this show. Why was Charlotte on this show? She's not a part of Monday Night Raw. She's the SmackDown Women's Champion. What the fuck is she doing? Bianca Belair comes out. She says she respects everything Charlotte has done for the business. She said, just not here because I go here now. She said she does everything she can to be sure Raw is the greatest show on television. Which it is not. Which it is not. I prefer AEW Dynamite over Monday Night Raw on most weeks. I prefer SmackDown over Monday Night Raw on most weeks. She then was interrupted by Sonya Deville. She said, sorry to break up the powwow here in the ring, but this is a big night in Raw history, and all they are doing is talking about themselves. She asked if it was necessary to fly her daddy to Raw for a big introduction to a show she's not even wanted on. I'm sorry, is Sonya Deville lying? Is Sonya Deville lying? Sounds like truth to me. She asked Belair if she really thinks people watch Raw because of her. No, nobody watches Monday Night Raw because of Bianca Belair. I'll tell you that straight up. Nobody watches Monday Night Raw because Bianca Belair is on Monday Night Raw. She asked Belair if she really thinks people watch Raw because of her. She asked, what about those on Raw who don't get the spotlight every week? There's a lot of people on Monday Night Raw that don't get the spotlight. But Charlotte Flair is on Monday Night Raw. She don't even go here, and she's getting a spotlight over all the other women wanted recognition. She used to be the Raw general manager for over a year. Charlotte says she owes her for the cheap shot last Friday. She told Belair to handle her. Belair says it'll be her pleasure to take care of Sonya. Belair told Deville to get in the ring and be the center of my attention. So what I gathered here is that Charlotte is a coward. And she doesn't want to fight Sonya. I'm sorry, when am I supposed to be in? When does the interesting part happen? Where's the interesting aspect of what's going on in this division? Going to come up and wow me, punch me in the face, man, and get me excited. Bianca Belair and Sonya, we haven't seen this match in what? 3 weeks? 4 weeks? How many times have we seen this? We've seen this at least 6 or 7 times over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months? Why is this happening on this show? Why is this the best that you got for the women's division? Why is there no effort in anything that happens in these divisions? SmackDown's division is terrible. Monday Night Raw's division, outside of Rhea Ripley and a couple of others, Bayley, Becky, maybe, is shit. The writing sucks. The writing sucks. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret right now, and I want to see everybody call me a fucking Tony Khan, Dick Ryder, and an AEW shill, and I'm on the AEW payroll. Because you know I've been just as critical of their division than anybody else. And I've said for months that there's no direction in that women's division. AEW's put on some damn good shows in the last 3 or 4 weeks. The women's division is picking up pace. If you don't think so, you're clearly not watching the show. There is focus in that women's division. There is an ongoing storyline that is going to lead to something big happening this year, happening right now in that division. We are on the verge of getting Mercedes in that division. Tony Storm has a major role in that division. Britt Baker's playing her role. Jamie Hayter has been incredible, right? Soraya is doing her part. Hikaru Shida's involved. We got Ruby Soho involved. We got WWE division that for once upon a time in WWE on AEW television banding together. And we got the AEW originals kind of banding together as well. I predict we are heading for the first ever women's blood and guts match in AEW. 5-on-5. It's going to be WWE. It's going to be the WWE ex-WWE stars against the OGs in the AEW women's division. And that's what's going to be bloody guts. As far as I'm concerned, Tony Khan is more focused in his women's division than WWE's had since Triple H is taking over. And Triple H is taking advocate for women's wrestling. So why, if Tony Khan is now all of a sudden starting to show focus in his women's division, why can't Triple H and WWE do the same thing with WWE wrestling? I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. Please tell me when I'm telling lies. If you don't think there's focus in the AEW women's division, you're clearly not watching the fucking product. Because there's a hell of a lot more focus than what we see on Friday night. And there's much more focus than what we see on Monday night. This shit sucks. I'm sorry. Bianca beats Sonya Deville, KOD, 9 minutes. Who gives a shit? Certainly not. After the match was over, Belair says yes, not about Alexa Bliss. She sat down and said the preview of what she'll be doing with Bliss at the Royal Rumble. Bliss interrupted from the big screen backstage. Bliss says that she is her only obstacle. She said she doesn't need Uncle Howdy or Bray Wyatt to tear her face open with her bare hands. She said she'll spare her eyes so she can watch her walk out with the Raw Women's Challenge. I actually liked this promo by Alexa Bliss. It was short, it was to the point, and it wasn't overly magical or fucking, spooky, or there wasn't any magic or anything like that, supernatural bullshit. Alexa Bliss came off like somebody who is just a creepy fucking bitch, one of those bitches you'd see in those really fucked up horror movies, right? That's possessed. This was a good type of possession. I like this. I thought this was fun. Quick to the point. And I don't think Alexa Bliss is going to win the Raw Women's Championship. I think that would be a terrible idea.
Espinosa's last known position.
And I don't know why. I'm still thinking about why Charlotte shared a segment with Bianca Belair. Are we getting teased? Is this a potential Easter egg? A potential tease for Charlotte versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania? I hope to God that is not the case. You guys know where I stand on that. Bianca should be defending that title against Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. No one else. And Charlotte, you guys know what I feel. I think Naomi coming back and winning the Royal Rumble on Saturday, and her leading the charge straight to WrestleMania, and Charlotte Flair was taking up the championship for 5 minutes. Rhea Ripley wins the Elimination Chamber, Naomi wins the Royal Rumble. There you go, man. We get the best of both worlds. Very simple. That is if Naomi does come back on Saturday, which I do predict. I think she's back in WWE. So what happens? Those are my two matches. Those are my two pitches for WrestleMania. We got a new WWE 2K23 trailer. John Cena is the cover star. People are having a fucking heart attack on social media over a fucking cover in a video game. There are more pressing issues to talk about. Why isn't anybody talking about the lack of fucking modes that have changed? Everybody's like, oh, John Cena's on the cover. I can't stand John Cena. Why does he deserve it? He doesn't really deserve it. It should go to a parent superstar. I'm sorry, John Cena's a Hall of Fame fucking legend. First ballot Hall of Famer. He's been there for 20 fucking years. Has one of the best histories and best careers out of anybody in WWE. He's up there with the greatest and the most elite of all time. And you're complaining about John Cena getting focus in the new WWE 2K23 game.
Intelligent system analytic.
It is very difficult to have the career John Cena has had, so why not depict that in a video game?
That was
You're
the
complaining about
last
him being on the
Isaac
fucking
fully
cover of a
restored
video.
locally. But we have a ways to go.
Everybody's
before we
freaking,
can
oh my
celebrate.
god, they added
And
4
a
games
missing agent
to the match type.
Continue your sweep of the complex.
I'm sorry, we got no gameplay per usual for 2K. We got nothing as far as game modes. It's the same shit. They basically are giving you a rehash of last year. It is going to look the same. It is going to feel as clunky as last year, and it's going to be the same terrible writing, the same terrible career mode that you got last year. And you fucking idiots are going to pay another $70 for the same fucking game that you paid for last year.
They'll keep them alive. They aren't stupid. Just find that
Couldn't take last year's game and just update it and add these things to the current type. Or is that too out of my realm of possibility? These fucking people, man, that love to suck you of all their money.
Now, what skills that?
That's it. The game sucked last year. I gave up on it after fucking 1 month. It was boring. Nothing changed. Nothing. It's like the women's division in WWE. Rehash.
Oh, shit, this is
What do
shit,
you know when
man.
Fight Forever comes out? Then
Okay, you want skills back.
WWE 2K? Fuck out of it. And then they're gonna entice you with Dead Bunny as a downloadable character pre-order.
Agent vital signs. 0.
Oh my god, man. Yes, that's gonna really make me rush out and pre-order it. Bad Bunny. Oh my god. Miz is in the ring. He was angry. The Miz was angry. He was angry that he didn't get a Miz TV segment on the show. He touted that he's the first ever Grand Slam champion in WWE history. Fans began cheering. Miz thought it was for him. But apparently something was happening in the crowd. Kevin Owens, entered the ring from behind Miz, gave him a stone cold stunner. Owens to the middle of the ring and some face chanting KO. He was addressing Roman Reigns via promo here after he stunned Miz. Says he might have said Sami isn't guilty, but he's guilty of holding the Raw and Universal titles hostage for over 2 years. He gave everyone his word. They will do everything he can on Saturday to change that and give everyone a champion they can beat around. Says he'll keep fighting until he has nothing else to fight. He says he'll do what he said he's going to do. That's the final from him.
Vital signs.
Or he'll die.
Fuck shot me.
Miz stood up again. Owens gave him another.
An agent needs assistance.
Should be a great match. I'm looking forward to it. But Kevin Owens never guaranteed a victory on Saturday night. And I'm sure Sami Zayn is going to play a huge part in the title match on Saturday night. Is he going to align himself with Roman Reigns? Is he going to be tasked by doing something that he doesn't want to do? Is Roman Reigns going to put him in a very unprecarious situation? We don't. We don't. It's going to be... Finally, the main event.
Oh, shit.
Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, United States States Championship. This is a no DQ match. Most of this match happened in the commercial break. It was a picture-in-picture commercial break, but most of the match happened in a picture-in-picture commercial. Crowd was very quiet for most of this. I mean, I didn't really care about it. We've seen it so many times before. I'm just over this feud with Lashley and Theory and Rollins of the United States. We need new blood for the United States Championship. Now that Lesnar's back, maybe Bobby Lashley will now move away from the United States Championship, and Austin Theory can move on to somebody new. Who that new will be, I don't know. Lashley drove Theory into the steel chair that was lodged in between the turnbuckles. Theory regained the control of the match by spraying Lashley in the face with a fire extinguisher not too soon after that. And Lashley is in trouble. He starts fighting back. He gave Theory a superplex. Lashley hit a modified dominator. Theory gave him a low blow as he set up for a hurt lock. Lashley slams into a table that was set up in the ring. Both men are down. Brock Lesnar entered. He looked like an Amish cowboy. His beard was a lot thicker and a lot longer, and he looked very Amish-like. It's Brock Lesnar. Came out wearing the flannel in jeans. He had a cowboy hat on and a very bushy beard. It's Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's better than that. He doesn't have emotion. Crowd popped when Lesnar's music hit. Lesnar gave Lashley an F5. He also gave Theory an F5, but he gave Theory an F5 right on top of Bobby Lashley. And that meant Theory was on top of Lashley. 1, 2, 3, and the referee made it 3 count. Theory pinned Lashley thanks to Brock Lesnar, and he retained the United States Championship. Crowd fell silent. Show ended, and the show got cut off in mid-sentence. When Corey Graves was trying to explain what just happened, everything just felt completely rushed. Completely rushed. This was not impactful at all. WWE really was strapped for time here. Lesnar's appearance was predictable, and the only thing here is it looks like we're headed towards a Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley match this season for WrestleMania. There was a rumor of a Hell in a Cell match taking place at the Royal Rumble. Some people were predicting that could very well be Brock Lesnar. Inside Hell in a Cell, some people were like it could be Finn Balor and a returning Edge to finish off the Judgment Day.
What the fuck?
Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens inside Hell in a Cell.
Damn.
The rumored Hell in a Cell match was supposed to take place at the Royal Rumble. That clearly is not happening. I'd love to see these two build their feud, give us something a little bit different than what we got in the first match. The first match was fucking terrible. And put these two guys in a match at WrestleMania inside a Hell in a Cell. I think that would be fucking fantastic. Monday Night Raw, at the end of it all,
Watch your back.
with the innings itself, and the steel cage match that did not happen, and the rush ending with Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley feeling incredibly unimpactful.
Why it take so long for the skills to come back? Dang.
The good outweighs the bad. I thought a great start to the wrestling week. We got Dynamite coming up on Wednesday. We got Friday's Go Home Show for SmackDown, and then Saturday is the main event, the Royal Rumble. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Can't wait for the Royal Rumble on Saturday night. I thank you guys for being here, man. I apologize for the little hiccup earlier. I have no idea what happened. No idea what happened. More than likely, it is a YouTube problem. So I'm glad that you guys stuck with me. We didn't lose any audience. There's still 3,200 people in here tonight. Appreciate you guys very much. Hope you enjoyed the post show. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Show some support by hitting that thumbs up. It's a great way to help the channel out. We hit the 1,000 likes minimum tonight on OTS.
Two now.
Appreciate you very much for all your support. Tonight, OTS is sponsored by my great friends over at Manscaped.
Gotta give me that motherfucker. Neck return.
Code SCRIPT 20 at checkout. They are back, and they are revolutionizing. There's that word again. Revolutionizing men's grooming with a brand new beard catcher revolutionizing than Charlotte Flair, believe me. This is the first time Manscaped is getting into the beard business. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, the technology behind the beard head and profile allows you to shape your signature beard look any way you want.
I didn't get my skills
Use
back.
code SCRIPT20 at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. What's so great about this beard hedging, you said? First of all, it's cordless. It's got a rotary wheel and gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard. So no more fumbling around with different attachments, no more messy drawers full of add-ons. 20 different beard lengths in just one guard, and that is all you need. That is it. It's waterproof, you can shave in the shower. It's titanium coated with a T-blade that is tough on hair but smooth on your face, leading to a single stroke shave. Single stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. Then they got the beard shampoo and conditioner, man. I can't wait to try this shit because I love shaving and I love feeling fresh when I shave. I've been shaving a couple weeks. But
You didn't have to die
you're
here.
gonna get the beard shampoo and conditioner, beard oil, and beard balm to moisturize after your shave. The Pro Beard Kit also comes with three free gifts, a beard brush, a comb, and scissors to ensure your beard is ready to impress. Manscaped.com, 20% off, free shipping. And I want to thank them for once again sponsoring the podcast right here. Last call, guys. Last call. Let's get those super chats in. Pop open the remaining cold beverages in the OTS menu. And let's hang out for a little bit. Joseph Taylor with a $3 super chat. JD, what are your top 3 John Cena matches? I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, AJ Styles, sure.
An agent
I'd say Brock Lesnar, Extreme Rules, and CM Punk at Money in the Bank. Uncle Willie with 5 months. Hey, JP, want to let you know my wrestling journey is going good. I've been training for 2 months. I'm more excited. I'm excited for more any advice. Thank you. Uncle Willie.
assistance needed.
Just continue showing that passion, bro. Just continue showing that passion for your love for professional wrestling. As soon as that passion goes away, man, that's it.
That bastard can't have gotten
Never give up.
Go after him.
You know, I was telling my guy Genius today,
God damn.
you know, it was a very, very dismal day in New York City. It was raining all day. It rained this weekend. I got 4 hours of sleep the night before. I'm fucking tired. Right, I am done right now. Cooked. I told him when I got to the gym, bro, I was about to call out. I was about to just pay you for the day and not even show up. I got to the gym. I felt so good after the gym session was over today. We did some great shit in the gym. I felt confident, felt good. And I said to him before we even started, you know, I was going to call out today just because I got no sleep and the weather should be shit. But I got here, and that's half the fucking battle. Just keep pushing, brother. Just keep pushing. The more you push, the more you will evolve, and the better you will be for it. That's all I can say. Matt Phillips, $2 super chat. He'll message. Thank you, Matt Phillips, for the super chat. Nick Williams with a $5 super chat. Man, if Triple H was healthy, I would have loved to see Triple H was Gunther at WrestleMania. Yeah, that would have been a banger. That would have been an absolute banger. Michelle Moran with $2 super chat. Bloodlines for Solo, Roman, Uso, and Sam. Yeah, Sam is going to be exiled sooner than later. to that question of Vince wants to see what reaction you get from the crowd. Yeah. Hey, Vince, now like WWF, get the F out. That's the exact reaction I was hoping. Let's get it all. If anything does happen, you should be very vocal about it.
Agent down.
Everybody loves Triple H, bro. Everybody. Jay Caleb, I see you, bro. Thank you, brother, for ordering that beard hedger. And with the $10 super chat is Jay Caleb show. Please, no more poker rooms. Get it out. Yes, get it out.
Look,
It's very lame and
there's
very,
nothing you have done for Espinoza.
just very WWE,
Will
you
was
know?
playing with us.
How do we keep everybody else entertained? Oh, poker.
Anyway, thanks
Especially
to
during
you,
these
we're an important
legends
step
nights,
closer
you
to
know?
getting the Shade Network back to full strength.
The Undertaker. He's 16 and 0. Oh my goodness. Undertaker is making a play for Jade Cargill's record. That trial segment was brilliant. This is single-handedly the best storyline since the Yes Movement. Absolutely a great taker. Hashtag OTS for life. Thank you, brother. Chris with a 6-month membership. 6 months as a member. Love the OTS family. Love the podcast. 1 hour of Raw XXX was amazing. Thoughts on Taker, LA Knight, and Bray Wyatt segment. I loved it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool, bro.
An agent has disconnected.
Chris Leon with 7 months in the OTS VIP Club. 7 months already and counting. The trial segment was awesome. Looks like the end is near for Sami Zayn at the Rumble. It's coming to an end, bro. Get used to it. Get the tissues ready.
Yeah.
PW fan with a $10 super
What you
chat.
going or
It's a
something?
bold move.
It was cold in here earlier.
For WWE.
Yo, it's 57 degrees, yo.
It was cold. This house was cold. You said,
They got
"Cut
the
the heat
fucking
on."
heat on.
Y'all cut the heat on.
Fuck you don't like that? You don't see the bill or something?
Bro, 2K23
It ain't cold out there today. Damn, you better start using your hand, yo. You don't think that shit going out? You in one room, go get the other heat out of my room, go get the cord.
I love my boy Macho.
That motherfuckers don't understand that shit high, yo. You don't understand how high they go. The
The
fuck?
content of the video is just fucking aimed towards children. Honestly, it is disgusting. It really is. Grimsley with a $5 super chat. Great show, but yikes to the women's segments. Wasted Cage. The main event sucked. Rivalry has gone on too long. I got chills when Jay stopped Solo. Yeah. I thought it was great. I got a little salty in the eyes there. 248 Radio, 5-month membership. Cheers, JD. Thank you, brother. Route the Well with 3 months. Perfect amount of Royal Rumble build along with the 30-year celebration. I agree, brother. 3 months. Thank you for 3 months. Kyle Ironman Smith with 2 months. Cheers, JD. I want Cody versus Roman. But this Sammy storyline is making me want Sammy to dethrone Roman that much more. Very emotional storyline. Bro, it's got to be Cody Rhodes. If Sami Zayn was to win the Royal Rumble, I would not mind that either, but it's got to be Cody. It's got to be Cody. Dom Wapo with a 199. What a fun Raw. Can't wait to go to the Royal Rumble. Enjoy yourself, Dom Wapo. Should be a good show. OmegaCon with 12 months, 1 whole year subscribed. New mic. Raw was awesome, especially the Sammy trial. Here's to another year. OTS for life. You guys want the Stone Cold Steve Austin Roman Reigns news? It's in the extra that's on the homepage. Go and check it out. I'm sure I'll talk about it again sometime this week. Gary Gordon with a $5 super chat. Found myself rooting for Sami Zayn in the tag team match like never before in my entire life. Absolutely thrilling. Gunther vs. Rollins. Please also take my money. Honestly, I think Gunther versus Sheamus is the match to go with at WrestleMania, but I could be wrong. Russ Constantine with a new membership. Noah Nixon with a new membership.